Alrighty. Alright, peace everybody. Alright, back with another video. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the top 5 types of karma. Or really the 5 types of karma. Okay, they could be put generally into 5 different categories. So one of the things that we're going to do on the channel is we're going to do lists. And one of the first lists that I want to do is the 5 types of karma. And then I want to give you some tools that you can use to better your karmic condition, so to speak. Okay, so the most important and the first type of karma we would have is situational karma. Situational karma is the karma of life lessons or the karma of your experiences. Okay, so if in the day-to-day you are at the office and you have the opportunity to steal some pens and some pads and take those pens and pads home so that you can use them for your kids' artwork during the weekend, then you're put into a situation where there's situational karma. There's opportunity that presents itself, and you can either A, take advantage of that opportunity, or B, not take advantage of that opportunity. If you're online and somebody just lists a whole bunch of summer 2016 movies, you got Batman versus Superman, you got, X-Men Apocalypse, you got all the good stuff, Zootopia for the kids, and they're just saying, hey, go ahead and click this button and you could download these summer movies. What you are put into is a situation where you have situational karma, or the choice to make the right or the wrong decision. It presents itself every day. Okay, so that's the first type, and it's sort of like a concept called comeuppance, or a concept called your karma coming back on you. Okay, and so when you have these immediate situations and you make the wrong decision, what you want to do is you want to expect that something is going to come back to quote-unquote bite you in the butt. Then there's something called past life karma. Past life karma is the karmic balance, okay? It is literally where you are in life today because of what you've done in past lives. Some people are living the quote-unquote good life, okay? And perhaps it is because in past lives you had sort of a mundane existence. You went to work, you came home, you took care of your family, and you created for yourself this opportunity where you could live a couple of quote-unquote good lives. Things kind of go right for you. There's a saying, favor ain't fair. That means that certain people recognize that, hey, good things just happen to me, and I recognize that it don't happen to everybody. This has to do with your karmic balance and whether there's quote-unquote wind in your sail. So if there's wind in your sail, you're pushed in the direction of good and wonderful things. Normally people will either have one of 3 things go right for them. You'll have good relationships, meaning you'll have a good family and good friends and things will go right in that department. You'll have money and things will go right in the department of money and things of that nature. Or you'll have health. Now, if you have all 3, or if you're close to having all 3, one of the things that I want to tell you is that you have a good karmic balance. You have a good karmic wind in your sails. But the drawback to having a good karmic wind in your sail is that you're not pushed in the way of spirituality. Normally those people who are living a good life, they're so caught up in living a good life that they're not going to focus on spiritual things. They're not going to focus on evolving their spirituality unless and until they get many lifetimes into the game and even the good becomes mundane. So the third type is familial karma. Familial karma is the karma of your family, and it is the karma most associated with choice. Okay, with choice, or presenting the choice in a very hard way, I would say. Okay, because your family is your family. Your friends are your friends. The people that you grew up with are the people that you grew up with. And so we kind of take it for granted, and we kind of think that because we grew up with somebody, because we've been with somebody, we have to be with that person. Okay? And so it's like people are hardwired not to change their family, not to change their friends. But Lupita Nyong'o said it best when she said, my chosen friends. So something in her consciousness understood that even with the family that she has, even with the friends that she grew up with, she has a choice of who she can allow into her life or who she can allow to enrich her life even today. Okay? Then there's ancestral karma. Ancestral karma is what I call karma of the group or karma of the age, okay? Now, ancestral karma is the karma created by your ancestors or created by our collective ancestors. That's why I did a video, and I want you to check it out, called Spirit of the Age. Because whether you're black or white or brown or yellow, the truth of the matter is reincarnation is a reality, and we're all going to return here in some type of skin, in some type of situation and circumstance to continue the process of making the world a better place or contributing to making it what it is. All right? And so ancestral karma is a karma that's very important. The last type of karma is what I would call spiritual karma. Spiritual karma is what you would call the karma of consciousness or the karma of awareness. There are things that you're aware of and things that you are unaware of, and a lot of times that awareness and that unawareness dictates the possibilities for your life. I can give you a good example. As a teenager, because I was in a single parent household, it was just my mom and none of us went to college. It wasn't until my brother actually went to college that I thought, I can go to college. College is a possibility for me, okay? And so there are people for which there exist very few possibilities. A lot of people try to get to the United States and get an education here because they recognize that where they are in their third world country that they live in, the possibilities for education just don't exist in the same way. A lot of the caste systems in a lot of these countries, they go back tens and 20s and scores of generations. And so it's very hard to get out of the caste system or to get out of the kind of life that you were put into. In the United States, if you're, black or brown, it's just less opportunities are going to present themselves for you. That is just the reality, and that is called the spiritual karma that creates a lack of consciousness. If you got a good friend, I heard Steve Harvey say, if you got a really big dream, you should really be the only dreamer in your group. You should surround yourself with people who've already fulfilled aspects of those dreams so that you could pick the consciousness of those people and you could learn the things that you're going to need to learn, the things that you're going to need to know to sort of bring your dreams into a reality, okay? So 9 dreamers just makes 9 sleep people, okay? 1 dreamer and 9 people who are up creates a situation where that person can be the 10th person who's up in life, okay? So let me give you just a couple of things that you can do to better your karmic circumstance. 1, situational karma is bettered by having rules and regulations for your life. You have to have precepts. You have to have a way that you live. I don't steal. I don't kill. I don't drink. I don't do this. Whatever works for you, you have to have rules associated with how you're going to live your life, recognizing that there's certain experiences that you want to have and there's certain experiences that you're done with having. The next thing is you have to travel. You have to try new things. This helps with what is called past life karma and your karmic balance. It helps to improve your karmic balance just to travel, just to get out, just to open your doors, just to have new experiences. I went to Las Vegas and I was blessed to stay at the Aria Hotel. And I was blessed to sit down in the cabana and just, drink something cold and not worry about life and these types of things. They have an effect of expanding your consciousness, expanding the reach of your soul, expanding the possibilities for you, and this is something that you want to try to do. The third thing is familial karma. What you definitely want to do is you want to build your fences. You want to have your boundaries. There should be stuff that you're just not going to take. You should not take people doing drugs in your house. You should just not take people, violating the rules that you have created for your life and to get ahead in life, okay? And so in creating fences and creating boundaries and in choosing who you're going to spend this time with in life, what you'll do is you'll have a better familial karma, a better balance of association with others, and your life will get better. Karma really is about where you are in life, and the dissolution of karma or dissolving karma is about creating a better life for yourself. Ancestral karma, okay? One of the ways to get rid of ancestral karma and all of the things that we've done, all of the wars that we fought, all of the racism, all of the bad treatment of women, bad treatment of different races, cultures, civilizations, is to make a cultural contribution. When I say a cultural contribution, I don't necessarily mean a contribution to your particular race. I mean a contribution to the human race. And when you make a contribution to the human race, or even animals, you can make a contribution to your local ASPCA. But in making that contribution, you pay something into the whole that we've all built, that we would call ancestral karma, and the situation that we're in as it relates to ancestral karma. The last thing is spiritual karma. Spiritual karma is karma that you can dissolve by studying, karma that you can dissolve by meditating, especially karma that you can dissolve by having a spiritual teacher or a spiritual coach to move you from a place of unawareness into awareness, from a place of unconsciousness into consciousness. Spiritual awareness is something that you can resolve by asking certain questions. If you go to my site, www.thepowerchannel.com, and go to the About question section, I literally have all the spiritual questions listed there. And one of the projects that I'm working on, which is a sort of introductory spiritual course, so to speak, okay? This is going to be one of the things that I'm working on, and it will give people who are just getting into spirituality the way to kind of think about this. Some of the things that they would need as basic tools on their spiritual march, or their evolutionary march, okay? And so that's one of the things that I'm working on. One of the things you'll also find on my site is called the Ancestral Blessing, okay? If you don't have an understanding of just how we can kind of balance the situation with the ancestors, then you can check out the site. You can check out the information in that particular article. You can check out the product associated with that particular article on the website, and you could get some help for yourself, some help for your family in the way of karma and in the way of developing and moving beyond your karma. Also, again, the Book of Numbers is still available. It's still at the March Madness price of $7. Plus $6 for shipping, because it will be shipped via U.S. Postal Service priority mail. So you can go ahead and check out the website and get that going too. Now, if you have any spiritual questions, feel free to email me at powerchannel8@gmail.com, powerchannel8@gmail.com, and I'll be answering all of your spiritual questions. Now, I'm about to go and see what my son, who is standing right here next to me, wants. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.